different battle frames that are designed around different roles. It's a team-based game where you choose a battle frame which kind of dictates how you play yourself. 3 frames that we're showing today at PAX are our Assault, which is really geared around offensive damage, pumping out. I'll go ahead and show you what his abilities are since we got it up and running. Here I'm using a battle frame station. Firefall allows you to change your battle frames at any one of these stations at will. You can customize your equipment, switch to it quickly, and then now you've changed your role. So here I'm the Assault guy, which is primarily about dealing damage. I have 3 abilities here at the bottom. These abilities are things that you, as a player, have a choice over what you choose to slot. We call them ability modules. As you play the game and advance levels, you collect more modules which improve your utility of your character. So here I'll cover a couple of his abilities. A lot of these things will actually combo together as well too. So here I've got Crater and Afterburner. Crater will launch the Assault down from whatever his height is in the air down to the ground, creating an area effect damage to anything that happens to get hit by it. The Afterburner will actually launch him up into the air, right? So if you use both of those abilities in combination, you can actually increase the damage that you do with the Afterburner. So let me go ahead and demonstrate that. So Afterburner up. Oh, stole my thunder.
I can tell it's gonna be awesome.
Alright, so as soon as the next match starts, then we'll be able to show you what that was going to be.
So what was the dev cycle? Like how long have you guys been working on this?
I've been working on it since April of 2007.
Ah, so are you in the development position?
I am the lead designer.
Oh.
So we have about 50 developers in Aliso Viejo right now that come from different backgrounds, different companies. We have a mix of people. Alright, so back to what I was about to show you before.
Welcome everybody to PAX East 2011.
So here I'll make it up. Area that's a little more open.
9, 8,
Afterburner,
6, 5,
Crater.
4, 3.
And then my third ability as an Assault is the Overcharge, which actually increases rate of fire and the amount of damage that I do. Which I'll go ahead and do this, show you what that looks like. So each one of those shots actually does more damage. The secondary shot that you just saw here is what we call scatter shot. It's the alt fire of my primary weapon, which is primary fire is plasma, alt fire is scatter shot. But in this case, scatter shot will actually reflect off of objects. So if you wanted to shoot it around a corner or something like that, you could. Your alt fires are modules as well too, so you can change the alt fire behavior of your weapon should you so choose.
Multiple alt fire methods for like
Well, only one at a time. So like similar to you can slot 3 abilities.
Okay.
You can slot 1 alt fire, but it's your choice over what you choose to slot.
Okay.
All right, so let me go ahead and grab one of the other battle frames. So here I'm going to switch to the medic. The medic is a support role. He's really designed to give lower Twitch players an avenue to where they can actually help their team a lot by healing. But there's more that the medic can do than just healing. So here I'm actually overcharging my teammates. You can see the bar fill up to about 50%. That actually increases their base hit point pool for the duration of that. I'll go ahead and use my secondary ability, which is Heal. It's an area effect pulse heal, which allowed me to heal myself as well as Proto Stash. And then here I'll demonstrate third ability, which is Defib, which allows me, I could normally go up and press E to interact and bring this guy back to life, but with Defib, I can do it instantly. And that's a unique ability for the medic.
How's the scoring with that?
So in that case, the other team had downed him, but that didn't actually count a point yet. If he had bled out, that would count as a point. Or if one of the other team had come over and curb stomped him, what we call an execute, then that will also get a point. But it creates like this moment of, you shoot a guy, he's down, but if you want to score with him, you have to either go over and execute him or wait for him to bleed out. But it creates lots of interesting gameplay scenarios. Like if you're a sniper and you down a guy, you just created bait for the other team to go and try to revive that guy. So there's lots of little games that you can build for yourself if you know how the mechanics work and exploit them to your advantage.
What's the player count?
For this match today, we're showing a small 5v5 army deathmatch. It's our simplest version of a game type that we figured would be good for a PAX floor. We do have other game types that are available that support larger game player counts, but we're not talking specifics on those today.
Is this your own engine?
Well, we started with the offset engine, which I don't know if you know anything about the offset engine. They were eventually acquired by Intel.
Yeah.
But over the course of the years that we've been working on it, we've dealt it from that engine very heavily. We needed to change things to scale to the size of a game that we were wanting to do.
Very unique.
The vast open world, hundreds of players, all that. All right, so we talked about the medic and his ability. Third one, which we didn't demonstrate, this is Supercharge, which now allows, if this guy was actually shooting, he can shoot a lot faster without having to reload. So you can combo with other players in an interesting fashion, more than just healing as a medic. All right, so I'll go to the battle frame that is new for PAX. This one we didn't show at PAX West. This is our Recon battle frame. And the Recon is a higher twitch frame. He's really he's about dealing damage, but he also has some support roles which might not be as obvious. So I'll go ahead and try to demonstrate one of these. All frames have jetpacks, which allow you to get to where you need to go. And it looks like someone's trying to shoot me over here somewhere. Ah, headshot. All right, so let me find a medic that's healing, and I'll show you what Cryo Bullet does. So here I'm calling for help.
Can you speed that up, like if you don't want to wait, or
no? So we wanted to give players the opportunity to bring you back into the world, since that is the scoring mechanic. We didn't want people tapping out and just scoring because they want to get back in a fight. So for this particular game type, we have a bleed out mode where you can't tap out, and that gives other players the opportunity to either curb stomp you or revive you. All right, so back to the Recon. You can play in either first or third. Let's see if I can find a medic. All right, so I'll go ahead and hit this guy with Cryo Bullet. Oh, I missed. Not the best weapon for close range, so I'll switch to my suppressor rifle. But against an assault, 1-to-1, a Recon doesn't have a lot of chance. So in that case, I probably should have ran away.
where's the fun in that?
Yeah, fight to the death. Never give up.
Yeah.
I'll kill you with my corpse. All right, so let me get back in, and I'll try to demo Cryo Shot, which is a challenge. All right. So I'll go ahead and hit this guy, or not. Okay, I'll get a safer spot for this. So the cool thing about the abilities is it's really your choice over what you choose to slot. Each frame will have more abilities that are possible than can fit on your ability bar, so player choice is very strong component for us. Just because you see a Recon doesn't mean you know what abilities he may have.
I see you get scored based on even hitting at all. Are those points you're getting?
You're getting EXP. When you see the white numbers, that's the damage, but you also get EXP for performing game mechanics. So there I had a critical assist, so I got 40 EXP. EXP helps you level up your character. Leveling your character is really giving you access to more powerful gear. Player progression in Firefall is really about collecting gear that accentuates the battle frame for the way that you want to play.
Is the leveling up based on like your character that you have with your account, or is it in one game?
So it's a little bit different. So you create your account like with your player name, your character name, and then you can have any number of battle frames that all have independent progression that is saved. So like as you're playing your assault, you're leveling up your assault, you're getting those assault abilities. switch over to your recon, then he's going to be at whatever level he was the last time you played it. So there's lots of progression depth across all of the frames. In addition to that, we also, we have a lot of gear depth to accentuate different styles of play for each of the frames. So our goal is to really kind of incentivize players to want to collect different loadouts and different gears so that they have just the right collection of things for that one situation where they want to use it.
Again, sign up for beta. Firefall comes out
Let's see.
in 2011.
What we're showing here today is our team-based deathmatch tournament, which one of the things that we're really trying to push in Firefall is that we are a team-based game. We really want to make playing with your clan as easy as possible, getting in, setting up those matches, doing organized play, climbing up the ranking ladder.
Do you plan to create your own leaderboard,
Fight on.
Tournament kind of
Yes, it
setup?
will all be internal inside of Firefall. We don't believe that players should have to go elsewhere to do these sorts of things. So building that community is something that I've always been very passionate about.
We support that.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
So
I've
it's free to download, PC only.
It's free to download, PC only. We are fans of consoles, so years
Hard not to be these days.
down the road, we'll see.
And as far as, is this the only project you guys are working on, or is there other stuff?
This has kept us busy for the last 5 years,
Yeah.
so yeah. Looks very simple up here, but the back end required to support this game is,
It's very complex.
yes. In addition to this, what we're showing, we also have an open world cooperative play where you can go out, perform missions, squad up with your friends and have a more casual experience. You can level up, get gear either in the cooperative mode or in the competitive mode, so it's really up to you how you want to advance your frames.
Is there going to be a story involved? Or
There
is
is
it
a
just,
story.
Yeah. So is there single player, as well as the co-op? Is it
I
the
wouldn't
same?
really call it single player because you never log in by yourself.
Okay.
You're logging into an open world space with hundreds of other players.
Very cool.
And when you want to play a match like this, then you can queue for it, either with your army or as an individual, and that can take you to an instance where you're focused on playing this match.
Now, when you say open world, do you actually mean the MMO concept of open world, where you're going out and just exploring
Yes.
the environment? Wow.
But not. We hesitate to use the word MMO because it has a connotation of scale that may not match.
Is it like instant space kind of?
There's open space that you can do stuff, but traditional MMOs, like you run through a zone, you clear it, you're done with that. That's not the way our game works. You're reusing these spaces over and over and over again, collecting resources.
And does it scale based on your character level, or is it the same areas? How is that going to work exactly?
Scaling based on your character level? No. Since your character level really isn't an indication of power, it's more an indication of how much gear have you collected. Right? We're a shooter, so we don't have the same issues in typical MMOs where PvP is a component where your level is a real gating factor to whether or not you can kill somebody.
Right.
We don't have that. We are a skill-based game. It's like line up the shot, make the shot.
So you're saying you're not going to be just scaling up the HP of the enemies as you level up or anything like that?
Correct. The HPs may, or not the, I'm sorry, the creatures may get, tougher or have more abilities based on, what you have, but it's not different content.
And so next year is the release? Or
End of 2011.
End of 2011,
yes.
Okay. And how is it going to be available? Just straight from you
Free,
guys?
so we're online, free to download and play. We do support microtransactions for service type things, but none of the game is roped off, and that's something that we wanted to make very clear. It's like the whole game is open to you. You can play the game without ever having to pay a cent. If you like it, purchase some of the extra services and enjoy your experience.